There was a broadcast, and it was a guy called Colonel Ojukwu, who at that point was the governor of the eastern region of Nigeria. And this broadcast stopped everything in my street. People rushed into my lounge to listen to the radiogram. And basically what he was saying was that we were seceding from the rest of the nation. The streets just exploded with joy. My dad, however, he was cautiously happy because somehow he must have known that he wasn't going to stop there. The war reached us shortly after that broadcast.
Move on, move on!
I saw all these people chucking their stuff and legging it and basically running for their lives. One day there was an air raid. These jets kind of strafing the forests and the villages with rockets and bullets. And I was sitting in the courtyard with my dad. So he grabbed hold of me and we ran into the forest. And as we ran, I kind of looked up at him and I noticed that he was afraid. That was my first time I've ever seen my father scared. I shattered everything for me. And I thought, I'm not going to hang around to watch this. Before then, I'd noticed these kids in army uniforms kind of carrying guns, and some of them were captains in the army. One morning, I crept out of the house and I enlisted. What we were trained for was to spy on the Nigerian troops. For some reason, I actually thought I was invincible. After our training, we were due to be shipped out into the war front. My older brother came to me and he said, how can you do this? Look at Mum. Trying to console my mother meant that I was late to the rendezvous. After having missed the appointment, one of my sisters rushed into the room where I was lying. I said, you need to listen to this. And it was the 5 o'clock news that captured my company. They had their eyes gouged out. Up to this day, when I drive past that same route and I see these men who would be about my age, all sitting on the roadside, blind, begging for money. And I always wonder, were there some of my people there? I got a job working for a refugee camp. And all these kids, you could count their ribs. And you look at some of them and you know that they won't see the next day. And yet people just carried on struggling to survive.
From today, we can formally say this is the end of the Civil War.
It was such a long time ago and it still affects me in a way that I'm not angry. I just feel pain.